Hello everyone, I'm glad to give you another lesson. Today we'll see how to express a present wish. Let's get started. First, let's read this conversation as a starter. I'm really bored these days. Have you got an idea? Why don't you go out for a walk or see a film at the cinema? Hey, I wish I could, but we're in quarantine, you know. So you can play some online games. They're so exciting. That sounds nice. But I wish my mobile had bigger space. If only I were a bird to fly and come close to you. Oh, thanks a lot, Linda. I feel better already. Great. Now let's look at these sentences which are in red. Asma says, I wish I could, but we're in quarantine. Asma says, I wish my mobile had bigger space. Linda says, if only I were a bird to fly and come close to you. Great. Now, listen to my question. Stop the video, think about the answer, then play again to hear my answer. First question. Can Asma go out for a walk? Or can she watch a movie at the cinema? Very good. She can't. How do you know? Excellent, because she says, I wish I could. I wish I could go out, which means in reality, I can't go out. Great. Another question. Does Asma's mobile have bigger space? Excellent. No. How do you know? Very nice. Because she says, I wish my mobile had bigger space, which means in fact it does not have a big space for downloading or uploading games. Great. My last question. Is Linda a bird? Of course, no. Nobody can be a bird. Because she says, if only I were a bird. When someone says, if only I were something, it means he is not the thing. She's not a bird and she can never be a bird. She just wishes she were a bird to fly and go next to her friend Asma and have good time and fun together. Perfect. Now let's look again and ask you to look again at the three sentences in red and we complete this structure together. Great. There's wish. What comes before wish? What comes after wish? And then after. Great. You can take your time, you stop the video, think about it, and then play again to hear my answer. Great. Before wish, there's I, which is subject. Very nice. Yeah, can it be in red? Yeah, better. It may be I or he, she, we, they, somebody, Linda, Jack. It's subject. It can be a noun or a pronoun. Very good. After which, well, I was just looking at the three sentences here. After which comes again I wish my mobile, which means comes another subject. It might be the same one or it can be a different one. Great, so it's again subject. After the subject comes in the first sentence could, and in the second one have, which is very good, a past form. When you are when you want to use can, remember to use could instead. I wish I could, not can. And when you want to use a verb, remember to use the past form of this verb. And of course, you know the difference between regular and irregular verbs. Very, yeah, it's plus, you could say, a past form. Yeah, past tense when it's a verb, or past form when it's a model. Great. Again, let's look at the sentence if only. If only I were there. There's the expression if only, and after this expression comes I, which is again subject. The expression if only replaces the expression I wish. So you can say I wish or if only, it's all the same. Great. After that comes were, which is again the past form of the verb be. You could say past form. Of course, the past simple I'm talking about. And please remember, put in mind, just like in conditional type 2, in my previous lesson, we use were with all subjects. Normally it's was with I was, we say I was, he was, she was, it was, you were, we were, they were. But in this case, you can use were with I, he, she, it, we, they, etc. with all subject. Perfect. Great. And please put in mind that always affirmative should be negative and negative should be affirmative. Because the real situation here is that she can't go to the cinema. Then she says, I wish I could. The opposite case. The real situation here is that her mobile does not have bigger space. That's why she says, I wish my mobile had bigger space. It's negative becoming affirmative. And in the last sentence, on the last case, she says, if only I were a bird. In reality, she is not a bird. Then she wishes she were a bird, which is affirmative. Perfect. Now let's move to practice the lesson. I'd like you to read these present situations. Again, please underline the word present. We are talking about present. Even though, please, you might question, oh, we're talking about present and we are using the past. This is a contradiction, but that's true. That's true. Even though you are talking in the present, you have to use the past simple after wish or if only. Please put in mind, it's a structure. Great. So I don't have enough money to buy a new phone. So this is my real situation in the present. I don't have enough money to buy a new phone. So I would say I wish. What do I wish? Again, you can stop the video, think about it and play again to hear my answer. Perfect. I don't have enough money to buy a new phone. I wish. After subject comes wish, and then we need another subject. In this case, it's the same one, I. I wish I. And then the verb have should be in the past simple, which is had. I wish I had enough money to buy a new phone. Remember, negative has become affirmative. Great. Number 2. People are not allowed to leave home these days because we're in quarantine due to the outbreak of coronavirus. Perfect. We can say people wish. What do people wish? Everybody is home and they're not allowed to leave. They're not allowed to go out. Say, oh, we wish. Great. We say people wish. There's subject and there's the verb wish. Then you need another subject. In this case, we are talking about people, so we need to use they. People wish they what? Here, you got the verb are, which is present simple, the verb to be, and negative, it should be affirmative. People wish they were allowed to leave home these days because they really feel poor these days. Perfect. Last case, I can't speak English, so I can't work with tourists. Someone might say this. He wants to work with tourists, but he's got a problem that he can't speak English. He says, if only. Remember the expression if only here should be followed by a subject. In this case, if only I, the same subject, I. Here we got the word can should be past form. The past form of can is could. Remember, its negative should be affirmative. If only I could speak English. If only I could speak English well. Why? To work with tourists. That's all about presentation. Thank you very much indeed for watching, and see you next time with another lesson. Bye for now.